everyone, welcome back to the Archway Podcast with your friendly host Archway. And today we're going to talk about the Heartstopper Fan Event 2025 and also why we like this, Stories of Transformation, the book that was released during this, and everything else. Actually, one of the main inspirations for the Heartstopper Fan Event 2026, which of course I'm running. So let's get straight into it as I'm very, very, very excited. Okay, so this event was basically one of the main inspirations for the event that I am doing, and I'm just going to basically go into some of what happened, and then we're going to go into talking about why we like this, Stories of Transformation. So let's get on to this event. So this event was incredible. It was, of course, from November 7th to the 9th, 2025. And this is the clapperboard that I made for the event. And it has all of the members signed on the back, which is such an enjoyment. I'm going to put a photo up around here so you can see it at better quality. It was amazing. It was very well organized. I basically came in last second. So how I got involved was that I was asked on Instagram by George and Rowan if I would be interested in coming along. I had already heard about this before because I made a video before about it. And I was like, yeah, 100%, this sounds like an amazing idea. Going to a bunch of Heartstopper locations here in the UK with a bunch of Heartstopper fans sounds incredible. I mean, like, who wouldn't want to do it? And that's why I'm doing one this year. So yeah, we basically got there and everything was organised. Now, how the structure of the fan event was basically that there were 3 days, but I only went for 2 of the days. So the first day was going to see Clarkson with Joe Locke on the West End and also going out for dinner, which I wasn't able to do because I had the Sebastian Croft Tokyo music video launch, which was incredible, which is definitely going to be a video coming up very, very soon, which I know you guys will massively enjoy. And also, so I couldn't do that. So the second day was going to Windsor and to Eton and also to everywhere else, basically except from Herne Bay, which is how I've split up for the 2026 one. And we met outside King's Cross Station, and George and Rowan put so much time and effort and organisation into this event. We had a bus that literally took us to every single event, location, which was amazing. Once we got onto the bus, we headed to our first location, and it was, of course, the cinema where Tao and Elle go on their first day. And it was very chaotic. We kind of all sat on there. Everyone kind of didn't know who they were. We all had like little name badges. It kind of reminded me of like school. We had all these name badges so people could understand like people's names and also pronouns, which I felt was a really, really nice touch. And it made everyone feel a little bit less awkward. So once we got to the first location, it's very chaotic. Everyone ran out of the bus, wanted to take photos. Loads of people did use the clapperboard, which is incredible. I'm going to put loads of photos around here so you can see exactly what we did. Now, one of my favourite things about this entire event, which I'm definitely going to talk about right now, is the idea of that there were loads of people from loads of different places and loads of different age groups that were all put together on this bus and had one thing in common, which of course was Heartstopper. And I really, really enjoyed all the different conversations we had. We had topics and conversations that were actually needed and also that were very important to what was going on in the community. It kind of like felt like the first time that everyone could speak to each other and basically understand everyone's thoughts and opinions on certain topics. So certain topics that we talked about was different kind of Heartstopper fans. The idea of like Kit and Joe and how they've had to deal with a lot of people and especially Kit's coming out. So it was really, really great. One of my top favourite location has to be Nick's house. This was the second location we went to. It was very, very chaotic. It was also, this is a person, like a person's living there. A person is living there. And it's kind of like, this is where it was kind of very important because we kind of drove up and then stopped, got out as quickly as possible, did all the photos and stuff. And if anyone did come out, we were 100% like, okay, we'll move on. But it was definitely a very fun, interesting space. And then we went to like the other locations such as like Trum. We went to the bus stop. We also went to Charlie's house, which I absolutely love Charlie's house. Charlie's house is like one of my favorite locations. We also went to like the Riverside Walk area, which is where the gang walked towards the concert in season 1. So there were loads of different locations on the first day. Now to end the first day, we went to this amazing book launch, which is why this whole event was introduced for this book, which is called Why We Like This, Stories of Transformation. And I'm going to give you a quick example and a quick explanatory on what this book is about. So this is Why We Like This, Stories of Transformation. explores the life-changing impact that the Heartstopper Netflix series has had on continuous lives. For many people, Heartstopper has been a powerful catalyst, leading to a metamorphosis and to a future filled with hope and potential. It literally saved lives. Now, the two writers, Rowan Murphy and George Hightower, were the main people who actually organised the event, and it was incredible. And afterwards, the first day, we basically went to this tiny little shop, and underneath there was an event where you could speak to people, and Ashley from Why We Like This podcast was there. We also had, which I did not expect, we also had the amazing actor that was the YouTuber that basically helps Nick to realise he was bisexual, which I think it was incredible, and especially to meet someone like that was amazing. And they basically spoke about some of their thoughts and feelings and how the book came together, and also some of the stories in there. Now, also, which I thought was really, really cool is some of the people whose stories are in here actually came along to the event. And one of the things that we did while we were driving around to different locations is I actually read some of the stories out loud on the bus with people's permission, and it was great. Everyone was listening in, and then afterwards everyone congratulated and asked questions and stuff like that. So this is basically the roundup. We're near the end, and I really did enjoy this event. This event definitely inspired me for the Heartstopper Fan Event 2026. I want to thank everyone who came along. I want to thank George and Rowan for inviting me. It was incredible. I want to thank everyone who I met. And yeah, if you guys are interested in doing something like this yourself, then please do go and check out my Instagram to find out about the Heartstopper event 2026.